Welcome in, everyone, to the Challenge After Show. And if you didn't notice already, yes, this is our Halloween episode. We are talking tonight about the Challenge 37, episode 12, 500. And yes, Emmy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm an alien. I'm an alien. I feel so alone. I'm just practicing my singing. Emmanuel, how are you? This is for Romania, my mother, my grandmother.
Love for you, Emmy, winning the challenge tonight. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Anyways, yes, so what a great night. Tell us in the comments what you guys are going to be for Halloween. We want to hear about it. So, and Pam, I think you killed it. And tell us who you think did a better job dressing up like Team Romania. Was it Pam or was it Dan? And I think, Pam, you are going to definitely win. Pam, show them your teeth, what you did to your teeth right now. What did you do there? Tell them about it.
I have Invisalign in real life, and I put some tinfoil on with sticky tack onto my Invisalign. What are you talking about there? My braces, so I have more better teeth.
Oh, that's right.
Mr. Emmanuel.
I grew out my mustache for a week and then just darkened it lightly. And I shaved everything else
You look
today.
great, too. You look awesome. Show that neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who you can thank for this neck?
Stacy. That's pretty cool that she inserted that.
I asked her, I said, the artist needs to put her name, and he actually has a name over his right eyebrow as well, but I didn't know what the name was, so I just put her name on top, or she did. Okay, let's get into the episode. It starts off pretty hot here, Pam, huh?
Yeah.
Nelson, super fired up after getting put on Team Ruby, even though he is with his best friend Corey. I think he still has a good chance. I think he's still just mad because he got snaked by Kyle, and Kyle tends to do this more and more and more. It's getting pretty nuts.
Yeah, and we know from our looking at the results the other time that he straight up lied to Corey. Like, he lies. He's a liar. I think he's full on a liar. That's I think without undebatable. He tells lies.
And I wrote that down as an example of how snake-like Kyle has been this season. Slowly but surely, he's getting more and more snake-like. He even mentions it later on in the episode, how snake-like he is, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard for me to root for a certain team. Like, I know I want to root for an underdog, but there's people on each team that I don't like.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me have to root for Ruby a lot. But I obviously, as you know, I'm not a huge Big T fan. So I love that look how in character you are. You can't stop smiling. You can't stop showing the teeth off.
I have to show them off from the angles and the barrettes too. Because I want to make sure you can see how blue it is.
I mean, and you need to.
On my face.
You really want people to root for you in this Halloween costume contest.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna win.
I don't know. You might win. I think you're pretty good too. Your commitment is good. I like your plugs. They look good. Your neck. My braces are falling off.
Emmy, your teeth are never going to be good. Come on.
Oh wait, this is my EURT. I don't know what it means. So she has it. I mean, I know what Europe means, but RT. Romania something. She has tattooed. So
yeah, she definitely has tattoos on her fingers. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, a little. We also get this workout montage. Emmy, how did you like that workout montage? And how it ends with Big T on a float. I don't know what she's eating. I thought she was eating pineapple first. She's got a face mask on. I'm like, the producers are really trying to show that, and who knows if Big T was just chilling there while everyone else is working out. Right. I doubt it. But they're really trying to give her the character of she does not give a shit about her physical, strength or whatever you want to call it, her endurance, whatever she wants.
It might be fancy editing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm got my braces back on. Okay.
You can leave mad if you're going to be talking a little bit here, Em. So
yeah, I think it's not going to happen with the braces anymore.
It looks great though.
Okay, let's keep those there. So, that was a really funny montage of everybody working out and then Big T chilling, eating, and doing a face mask. Yeah, that was hilarious. And then thinking she was gonna, I don't think the infinity pool, I don't think the float would float off into the ether. Like she was like, Tori, help.
I think she was afraid. I think it would definitely get caught on the edge because she's sinking into the water. But then again, what if it did get caught and then she falls backwards off the infinity pool? I mean, that's not going to be a fun landing. I mean, I don't know how.
I don't think the infinity pool would knock you over because the float in and of itself without a person on it was bunking to the edge, and
it does, correct. But I'm wondering if it would be going slow enough where I think she wouldn't have gone off the edge. But that would have been kind of scary.
I hope not. But I'd be scared too if I looked up and was like, the edge.
You know, it's just so interesting. You know what I've realized about these teams is I think that Ruby has some really, really strong male competitors, but now Ruby, to me, has like the weakest girl competitors on it. And then if you look at Emerald, I think Emerald has really strong females. And I think the males, if you're going by strength, I think, Devin's probably not that strong. They say Emmanuel is, but he's still somewhat on the skinnier side. He's not like a muscle-bound dude. And you have Josh. You don't know what you're going to get from Josh. And then if you go to the Sapphire, I mean, you have CT and Kyle. But then on that, as far as for girls, and then you have Ashley. And then you also have, the only one left on Sapphire is Emmy. So actually now at the end of this episode, Sapphire is looking like they can definitely make a run at Team Emerald for sure. And I just wish the girls were a little stronger on Ruby because I still want to root for Ruby, but they are, and you know how much I like Amanda this season. I think Ruby's going to be effed. But then again, it's a guy elimination next week. And so
it's Big T and Amanda.
All it is Big T and Amanda, yeah.
The other thing, though, is hopefully maybe the next challenge will be some sort of something that they can win because Amanda's really good at puzzles. If it's something like that, that they can win. Because
Did you watch Next on the challenge?
Okay.
It looks pretty fit. I mean, I won't tell you. I'll just say.
Don't tell me.
Well, it's not a puzzle. It doesn't look to be a puzzle. It looks to be more of a endurance swimming thing type situation.
Swimming.
Yeah, you'll see.
I think that Team Blue is actually probably going to be the best at that.
But there's only 4 of them, and I think more hands the better from what I saw. I think you're going to be 6 people versus only 4 people on Sapphire. I think that the 6 with the extra arms alone to do what they have to do in the water, and I won't tell you what they have to do.
Okay.
Like you definitely need, the more bodies, the better for this next challenge for sure.
Okay, so the other thing is I really don't like, I know they've won. I really don't like how cocky the Emerald team is, not even just in their cockiness, but in their but we don't want anyone infiltrating. It's like, you don't run the game. Like, you can't tell people and we'll put you in, but don't come to our team. Like, you don't control that. I almost thought, I'm excited for someone to shake that team up.
But they did control it tonight though, right, Pam? I mean, they did.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, who the hell do they think they are? Not only it's like, we won't put you in, Amanda, because then you'll have power. That's like, okay, guys, it's one thing that you're winning and you get to vote who goes in, but you can't tell them what to do after. I know that you want to keep your team, but listen, sometimes you don't get everything you want.
And I mean, but I also think that a lot of the people, they are growing to hate Emerald more and more. And I don't think they want to go on Team Emerald. I mean, some of them definitely do, but I think a majority of them are like, F these guys, we can beat these guys. They're not that much better.
They're not that good.
Let's realize they have won 3 in a row. However, if you remember last week, Ruby should have won. It was a garbage win by Emerald.
Ruby or Blue or Sapphire need to take Casey or Tori. That's all it needs. That one of those teams needs a really strong girl. The guys are well matched. Since I don't think either Nelson or Corey are, maybe Nelson's not bad at puzzles, but now they have Amanda. I know it's not puzzles, but I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. It's just, they can't, something's got to give. If they win again, we can't have 4, 3, and 6. They're going to have to take people from Emerald. And,
Not if Emerald. If Emerald wins next week, there is no way that they can take from Emerald, and that it'll just keep going back and forth between Ruby and Sapphire. They cannot take from Emerald.
But that's not fair to have teams of 3 of half the amount of people. It's not fair.
And I think the producers, when they made these 3 up, they didn't expect Emerald to win 3 weeks in a row. So now, like, oh shit, we're gonna have a team of 2, a team of 6, and a team of 2. However, Pam, you never know what's gonna happen in a final. And I think that if producers are smart enough, and I think that they are, I like to hope that they are because I want to keep watching good TV, that they've thought of this and they have different ways that they can make the final work. So like they can go back to just being singles again. They can make it partners again, or they can keep it the 3 teams unless they think that it's 2, 2, and 6 is going to be a little weird. But isn't it sometimes good to be on a smaller team in a final? You only have to worry about one other person. You know what I mean? And then instead of 6, is Josh going to gas out? Is Nani going to gas out on Team Emerald? They all have to finish together. So there's pros and cons from being on a bigger or smaller team in the final. And honestly, if it's CT, Kyle, Emmy, and Ashley, I'd rather be in that 4 than have a Josh on my team or have a Nani on my team in a final. Let's be real.
So you think these cells are how the final's going to be? I don't really think that.
I think so. But like I said, if they think that it's too unfair, or they just don't think it's going to work with the too many people and too little people, I think they can switch back to either teams or singles, no problem.
Yeah.
They've thought of all of these different things that could happen, the producers, when they do this stuff. And they could be like, oh yeah, we planned that from the beginning, or they just change it on the spot.
Well, you know what could happen, what I'd like to see happen is that if Emerald wins next week, they just combine Ruby and Sapphire. So then there's 2 teams. And then I think Team Ruby Sapphire is going to crush Emerald. Like if they combine them, then they've got good girls and good guys. And they've got a real shot at that, especially for finals. So I almost hope that happens, because I would like to see that. I would like to see Corey, Nelly, Kyle, CT, Emmy, those 8 go with that 6, or whoever the 2 that lose go home, and then it's a team 6 versus 6.
Yeah. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was Emmy says that Bettina has done nothing for the challenge so far. Right before we get into the challenge, she says that, and I was like, well, Bettina did win an elimination. I know other than that, not really. But Emmy, I mean, why would you say that about Bettina? Please tell us.
I'm kind of a nasty bitch sometimes, and a spy, and a liar. I'm very threatened. I'm very melodramatic, and I think I'm hot shit because I'm down with the vets, because Uncle CT is my man. And
by the way, you know that you had another freak out in the club tonight, right?
Of course I know.
Yes, and I think your friend Pam. This is kind of crazy, right? Pam might think that you are the female version of Josh. Am I right in saying that, maybe?
No, she rings Camilla to me real hard. A good competitor, super melodramatic, prone to freakouts, but also kind of snaky.
But you don't think that with her freakouts that she kind of like loses her temper a lot like Josh does? Not in that way, not in overall. In that one way, I feel like she's like a Josh.
But Josh like cries. She's just, she cries out of passion, not out of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I don't think because I think she's good. So it allows her tantrums are excusable to the players that wouldn't stand for that shit like CT, because she's a good competitor and she delivers when she has to. Josh doesn't.
And for sure. I guess I meant it with her emotions, but overall, no. Overall,
she's out of control, but I think she's younger, a rookie. There's something that I don't love it, but her volatility isn't as offensive to me as Josh's temper tantrums.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she freaks out of joy. She's just a freaker outer, I think, when she's either really happy or really sad or whatever.
I would be doing a disservice if I did not mention this. It is the 500th episode of the challenge. And they mentioned that during the challenge tonight. TJ and the cast thank you. They thanked you. They thanked me for watching. They thanked Deborah. I felt so special. I felt so special. And look at it. That's how he does it. Emmanuel. So I think that, we need to at least say, wow, you and I alone, I mean, I think we both probably watched all 500 episodes of this damn thing. That is a ton of hours.
Yes.
Yes. Especially now that it's an hour and a half. I mean, we really, wow, to think about that. I had no idea. I didn't even think how many episodes have appeared, and then boom.
Yeah. No, that was kind of sweet. I was excited about that. That made me happy.
And they say with that, they're going to go back to old headbanger ways and do a classic challenge. And it's basically like tackle football. So I was into this. I thought this is going to be pretty good. I immediately was like, okay, that's man-made rain, right? I'm not going crazy.
Oh yeah, that's man-made.
Okay. And then I was like, okay. And then TJ's down there with an umbrella. There's my conspiracy. He's just down there with the umbrella to make it appear that it's really raining, even though he kind of was in the line of the rain, I guess, but he could have just stepped back and not wear the umbrella.
But then when they were playing, it wasn't raining anymore.
Okay.
So maybe it just rained for a second and it wasn't man-made, because that seems like a lot of trouble to not have it raining during the game.
Yeah. Like where's this? The season is in Croatia, right?
Yes.
Do we know if it rains a lot in Croatia to put this to debunk this conspiracy?
I will tell you what I think that Croatia is kind of the Caribbean, which rains almost every day for a short period of time.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it might have been a real rain that went away real quick.
All right. Well, that's something to think about.
But I'm not sure at all, so don't hold me to that.
And here is my conspiracy for the challenge. And I haven't done a lot of conspiracies this season.
No, we missed Dan's conspiracy corner.
This is my Dan-spiracy. Did you notice which team got to go first?
The Emerald
team got to go first, okay? Now, if Emerald gets to go first, they are not tired at all, right? It's a fresh day. They get to go first, and they're on offense first. Yes, I know the team that guarded them, Sapphire, they were on defense first. But on offense, you have the advantage of the defense has to make a move after you make your move. So you automatically, as being on the offense in football as a running back, you get to make all your moves. The defense has to react to your moves. They don't know what you're thinking in your head, okay? So then Emerald gets a break after this, okay? And Sapphire goes to offense.
Right away?
Right after they play defense. Now, we don't know how much time's in between, but let's just say they're probably a little tired. Then Sapphire has to go against a fresh Ruby team that hasn't done anything yet today, okay? Then Ruby plays them. Now Ruby's probably pretty tired, and they immediately have to go against an Emerald who just rested from their offensive time.
Yeah.
Emerald got the advantage on offense and on defense. Producers wanted them to win. I have no idea, but that is a clear advantage to Emerald in this entire episode. And Ruby and Sapphire both had to go in a row where Emerald got to rest in between each time. And what happens? Emerald 8,000, Sapphire 3,000, Ruby 0.
Wait, Ruby 0, didn't they get some across? Oh, because Corey got just. Okay.
They got stuff halfway. Now, see, that was my other point, though. I think they have pretty talented guys. Because they have a bunch of, they're not the smartest guys, because obviously they made that touchdown pass, which I thought was really inventive.
I thought it was great. But it was just 1 foot over. If he caught it 1 second before, it would have been
2 feet before the end zone. It's like the opposite of football is what they needed to do there.
Yeah.
So that was what I noticed there. What did you think of the challenge? I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I think this is a perfect example of the power of suggestion, because none of those men on that team are good. On the green team should have been great footballers.
And they did actually really well, but they also going against 2 people. There was 3 of them and only 2 of Sapphire. This also helped them win, right?
Oh, absolutely. So I just think it's funny that you start prepared. It's like you don't quit while you're ahead, or you leave them on there. One time I was in Atlantic City with my sister. I am not a gambler. She is. and we were winning and winning and winning. And I was like, great, we should stop. We won. Like, I only just lose money ever when I go anywhere in like 5 seconds. That's why gambling's not fun. Yeah. So we did it for a while and we were up like $300. And she's like, you never walk away when you're winning. Like that was so there's a lot to be said for being on a streak, because I think we saw it with the Emerald team, who by all accounts shouldn't be dominating this hard. And then we saw it again with, as we'll get to later, spoiler alert, hopefully you've watched, where we'll get to with Bettina and Emmy. She was just so defeated from the get-go that was that, you know?
Yeah.
But so I mean, I don't know. I think their green team
to think that Emerald has, you know, three guys and 3 girls, and they have to go against 2 teams that have only 5 on their team. You know, I mean, and the Sapphire team especially only has 2 guys to stop those 3 guys. I mean, and you let Emerald go first. You didn't give Sapphire or Ruby a fighting chance.
No, it was messed up. I agree.
Now, wouldn't you usually, Pam, in past challenges, we've seen them make one challenger sit out. But I think what they couldn't figure out is that some teams had 3 guys and 2 girls. Some teams had 3 girls and 2 guys. They couldn't figure out how to make it work. They said, let everyone play.
Yeah, they needed to make someone sit out, a girl or a guy or whatever. Yeah, it's not fair to have to outnumber people in a game of strength and strategy where you can win based on, as we saw Emerald do, when there's more of you, like someone can distract the 2 people and someone can run.
And if producers wanted a new team to win so that it wasn't so top heavy on Team Emerald, then they would have done that. But for some reason, they think about everything when they do a thing. It's like they purposely let everyone play for a reason. If they either wanted Emerald to win again, maybe for a storyline they hoped would happen, or I don't know what else to say. But they didn't care that Team Emerald had an advantage because they didn't take a player out. So, Emmy, you must have hated not having the advantage tonight, right?
I hated not having the advantage. Let's be real. I hate being on Team Sapphire or Ruby, and never had my heart in it ever, and only wanted to leave. So, you know, that wound up working out for me. For Emmy, I'm going to switch to by getting thrown in. But let's talk about Bettina for a little bit. Sure. Should we now, or should we?
Let's talk about it right now. What did you want to say?
I feel bad for Bettina. It's not like she's been amazing, but she's the last rookie left with Emmy.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that.
Rookie girl, yeah.
Rookie girl left with Emmy. Well,
Emmanuel, baby.
Emmanuel, do it for Romania. And
Logan. Emmanuel and Logan are the last remaining.
So that's good company to be in. I just thought they were really, even Ashley was like, I'm sorry, girl, but you can't beat Emmy. It's like she was trying. Come on. You know, when she tried to get in there and how, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I get that Emmy is definitely stronger than her, but why do I not think that it's like some like ridiculous amount more? Like, I just don't get that.
I think.
Well, tonight we saw it in the elimination. I mean, but
yeah, she is a lot stronger.
But let's go. I think that Bettina, no one was telling Bettina that her strategy sucked. And I was really disappointed that Corey, who was supposedly rooting for Bettina, I know I'm jumping ahead, didn't jump in and say, girl, momentum is key. Why are you?
Oh yeah, I don't know why either, because Corey probably didn't know either.
No, he said it in his confessional that going, and it's funny too because I had written down in my notes like, "Girl, keep the momentum going." What do you?
Right, she stopped it every time, which takes more strength than. I mean, yes.
And then 30 seconds later, Corey says the exact same thing I said, like word for word, and it freaked me out. But yeah,
maybe he read your mind
somehow. Yes. Somehow.
Yeah. So Bettina, and she did score points for her team. Like, I don't know. I just felt like she was being really painted as, I guess there has to be someone as this weak loser, and she's not that.
I mean, let's be real. Amanda's not this powerhouse in that game either. Like, what did she do?
No, but she's friends with people. You know,
that's my point, though. Exactly. They wanted to find someone, a scapegoat, and they throw it on Bettina like she's the worst thing to ever come on the challenge. And I'm sorry, but Big T's over there on Ruby, and I would be telling that she's the worst. But apparently, she did a great job tonight. She pushed someone out of bounds. I saw that, so that was something I could actually say.
I didn't even see her being so great. But Bettina, poor Bettina. I just felt bad for Bettina. And, you know, when you're in the house hearing people talk shit about you, like she was very demoralized. And I think she was totally given up and wanted to go home and be with her cat and her best friends. So.
Emmy, and I must admit, Emmy destroyed that elimination too. Just, I mean, she had the momentum thing down from the start.
Oh, Emmy, no doubt deserves it, crushed it. That's why she gets the respect for throwing temper tantrums and being a lying snake, because she's good.
Emmy, you are 3-0. You're 3-0 in the eliminations. Congratulations. Yeah, she does. You know, she's like we said, she's only 22, but at the same time, like when I was 22, I didn't make a hissy fit over one thing not going my way. But then again, I guess I wasn't on reality TV, but still in life, you can't, you know, I'm graduating college and I'm going to like, you didn't give me my diploma quick enough for me to get a selfie for my Instagram. Not that that existed when I was in college, but still, like that's what she would have a temper tantrum over, you know, things like that. It's ridiculous.
It's a combination of young and her personality and TV. I'm sure she's turning it on.
And Generation Z or whatever the heck they are after us millennials. My God.
Yes.
I mean, that's actually pretty mean because they're probably not all like that, but there's still something to
I don't know.
We didn't grow up with anything to do. Like there wasn't a computer in my household until I was like 13 years old. Like it was go outside, but we didn't even there was nothing else to do besides go outside or play video games in your house with some friends. Like you couldn't.
Yeah, and the computer that we had in my house when I was 14 was like garbage. Like
and
it was like for the family, and it lived in. It was like okay.
It was the first one I had like a green screen. It had a black screen with green writing on it. Like
right.
And then we finally got our like what's that?
Like digital looking almost.
Oh, it was awful. And then we finally got a PC that like had color and stuff and had like Windows 95 on it. We were like, this is the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Computers. Yeah. So what? Yeah, I felt bad for Bettina because at that point she was so deflated. She didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So.
All right. That's all I had for the challenge of the day. Do you have anything else?
I just was pissed again that green team won. I have some stuff about Josh being a carnivorous snake.
Okay.
So, well, I guess I can save it for till the nomination time.
Oh, is it during nominations that it happens? Okay. So let's
no, actually it's pre-nomination.
And that's next. So let's get into that. Okay. What did Josh do after the challenge? There's a little bit of stuff that happens, and then it's the nomination. So what did Josh do that pissed you off there?
So right from the get-go, my first note was Nelly chill, because Nelly came in hot with Kyle, real hot about that. It's like, you're not, you know, it's not the end of the world. But that was Nelly chill. My second one was, shut up. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Shut up, Josh. He's sitting there again. He loves to do this. I don't know if he's delusional, like he really believes this, or if I can't figure him out. But he's like, Amanda's like my little sister. I try and help her out when I can. Like giving this thing like, Josh, why do you think Amanda needs your help? You're not. He's like, she's like my little sister. And I was like, except that you tried to creep on her real hard a couple of seasons ago when she was your partner, and she was like, And then 2, like she's like your little sister. Like everybody's his brother, his sister, his family, his best friend. He's trying to help everybody. Like you would think he was CT and he was the champion and had many, many, many wins under his belt. And he was just this amazing competitor and human. And he was trying to kumbaya everybody, like as though Amanda needed his help. So that was number 1, shut up, Josh. But then he turns around to throw her under the bus at discussion with Emmy, trying to convince her to go in. He's like, we have no relationships. I have no relationships with like Amanda, so I don't care who you pick, if it's Amanda or. And then he flips it again at the deliberation. He's like, well, now I'm in an uncomfortable position. I can't pick a friend. So like, I can't pick Amanda. She's my good friend. He's just all over the place.
Yeah, Josh has way too much power this season, and it's really pissing me off, especially because I don't think he's that great of a challenger. I think that this season,
not good.
I think that this season, he's gotten a lot of luck on his side. His connections help, but his overall performance will bite him in the ass if he makes it to the final. I'm sorry, it's going to, but however, if he stays on Team Emerald, he's going to have a lot of other people being able to think for him and take care of business. So as long as he can keep up with them endurance-wise in all of the running, I think he's going to be in a really good shape to win this damn thing, and you're going to be pissed off, Pam.
Oh my gosh, I will. I really hope that doesn't happen. But also, I feel like he can float by in a team setting, you know, because he's big and strong.
But like, this is what needs to happen next week. Team Emerald needs to lose next week, okay? Because if Team Emerald loses, and I'll do the math here.
Okay.
Team Emerald loses, you've got Josh on that team, Devin, and Emmanuel. Let's say that Sapphire wins with CT and Kyle. Josh, Devin, Emmanuel, Corey, Nelson, or Logan. Who's the weak link out of those 6 guys?
It depends what it is.
Agreed, but I still think that Josh is on the weaker side of those 6 guys. Josh, Devin, Emmanuel, Corey, Nelson, and Logan. I'm putting Josh, and technically, if you want to say it's a strength thing, Devin, on the low end of that. And if Sapphire, who would be the agency in theory in this case, they can vote in whoever they want. Do they go big and just try to take out a big gun, or do they throw in a Josh because they're like, screw him? Who knows?
Throw in Josh. Just get rid of him, please.
But that's the point. So if Emerald loses, I think Josh could definitely be on the chopping block. I know he gets pissed off by him. I mean, yeah, I don't, whatever. And then if Ruby wins, it's Corey, Nelson, and Logan. They would probably go after like a Kyle, but then couldn't you?
Well, the only thing I'm wondering is if Emerald loses, would they just go rookie? Would they just go Logan and
if Emerald loses, they can't go Emmanuel because Emmanuel. If Emerald loses, they can go Emmanuel, and if Ruby loses, they can go Logan. So Sapphire has to win if we want a rookie elimination next week. But that's the only way. So in a way, I'm actually rooting for Team Ruby.
Me too. Ruby. And I think I love Corey. I really like how hard he's trying to hold it together and keep the team spirit.
Yeah.
And I want Nelson to embrace it and have them just be, you know, they did good-ish today. It just didn't work out for them.
Hashtag root for Ruby next week, guys. Write it in the comment section. We're trying to get that to be a thing. But because the only person on Ruby that I am not a huge fan of is Big T. So, because now they have Amanda there with Corey, Nelson, and Logan. I think Corey, Nelson, and Logan all came to play this season. I
do too.
Logan already has won an elimination. Corey's already won an elimination. I mean, these people are ready. These guys are ready. They don't want to go home at this point. They're ready to win this money. So
another non sequitur is that I love Amanda this season. Like many times.
I said that too. I said it with Jenna or with you the week before, or with Benny the week before. I love Amanda's storyline.
Yeah. I love Amanda's storyline, but even her snippy things are funny now. They're not funny. Said with hate and devilish intent and I hope your horse dies to Cara. Like she's like, I'll get in there. You can't tackle me. I'll kill you. I mean, she's cute and funny now. I think being a mom has brought out her softer side, and I hate to say that, but I do think that, you know.
Amanda, to me, is saving this season for me, especially tonight with all the stuff that she does. Not only like the snippy little quippy comebacks, which I love, the stuff that she says when she walks around the house wearing the Sapphire clothes says, you put me in, guess what? I'm going to win this damn thing, which who knows if she would. And then I'm going to come back on your team. And guess what, Tori and Nani and Casey? One of you is going to a different team. Now, who knows if she would have really done that, because I really think that she hates that team now. So I'm not sure. But her sabotaging, what was the word I used for it? I wrote it down. Her instigating is the word I used. Yeah. Is really throwing them for a loop, and it kept her from the elimination tonight.
It worked. It worked. She was like, if I go in, I'm going to fuck you up.
Game, for as much crap, or not crap, but for as much as we know that she's not very strong, her social game is a 5 out of 5 if we're doing it that way. So yeah, I'm in on that.
And she was also really sweet to Emmy when she came down, even though Emmy stole her place. She was like, congratulations. Like Amanda's secretly sweet, or at least she's become sweet in the past. Like,
I also think it doesn't hurt that her and Ashley are in different teams, kind of the same thing that happened with Corey and Nelson. So now, as long as if Emerald loses and one of their teams win, Ashley is not going to make a vote for Amanda when she gets on her little pin pad and vice versa. So they might be in good shape. Everybody, we need Emerald, hashtag Emerald errors. We need a lot of errors next week so they lose.
Emerald errors, root for Ruby. Emerald errors, root for Ruby.
That's what we need. Because also, it's also not fun to watch Emerald win every week. I want to see someone else win.
It's awful watching them win.
Huh?
Yeah, no. It's terrible watching them win. Yeah, especially something like this. I really would have thought. I think your conspiracy corner is right on. I think they rigged it for them at this point. Maybe so that if they won, then they could. It
feels pretty ridiculous, right? Like I don't want to use the word rigged, but it's so close to it. It feels that way. They let them have extra players, and they let them go first, and they let them go last. Hello?
I don't even think Josh, not unlike his first season, should be here. He should have gone home with Fessy. I think they're also giving, I don't know why MTV loves Josh, but they're giving him a good edit, and they're giving him good I do think a lot of this is luck, and the challenge gods are laying it on for Josh this season, and I can't tell why. I don't know why. We'll see, I guess.
We will see what happens.
Yes.
So in nominations, Amanda makes her case there. Bettina wants to go in. We know that because she wants to be able to choose someone of her life. I've been saying this for a while. I said this 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think I said it with the Benny podcast that I did. I said, now that you know that you get to pick who you want, there's going to be people going into the agency and saying, hey, I want to go down tonight because I want to choose my fate. And sure enough, Bettina tried to pull that off tonight. It didn't work because Emerald obviously felt that with Emmy, their team the bubble would not be broken. So they went with Emmy, who then did exactly what they thought she'd do, and she chose Bettina. But yeah, we can get into that. What did you think of nominations?
Again, I love Tori. She's my girl, but she's like, we don't want anyone infiltrating our team. Again, it's listen, you don't get to do that much. You don't get to win and pick the people and then tell people they can't pick you. They can do whatever they want. That's the power of winning. That's why when you win, you can do whatever you want. So it's shut up. And then your little army, I love Tori, but again, it's then your little green army is gone anyway. So shut up. You can't tell me what to do if I win.
Did you, I know Emmy wasn't 100% saying put me in, but did you think that was a smart move for her to go down there when it may have been a Bettina, and if Bettina got the agency vote, she may have possibly not even taken Emmy down there. She might have went with an Amanda or a Big T, I think. So I'm just wondering, but then again, I think that the agency, even if Bettina begged and begged and begged, I think no matter what, they wanted Emmy down there so that the team wouldn't get busted up. So
yes. And I think Bettina is another one. It's she's how dare, not Bettina, Emmy. She's how dare she say she wants me if it's puzzles? And then she's I'm not good at them. Everyone can't do everything. It's well, that's why she said it. I felt poor Bettina was very villainized this episode. And I felt bad for her. And I think
she was definitely mentally beat up by a lot of the other challengers tonight, for sure. A lot of things they were saying about her, I was yes, she's a rookie. Yes, she's not the strongest, but you're acting like she's the only weak person in this house. Or hello, have you not seen Big T over there? Yes, Amanda's social game's up, but she's not the strongest person ever. Nani's hit or miss. I'll go back and forth on all the different female competitors all night tonight. Everyone has a weakness here, and Bettina's not that bad. She's not amazing. I'm definitely not putting her on a pedestal.
I agree.
She is Swedish though, and my last name is Lindgren, so I'm Swedish as well. So there was going into that final, 100% I was rooting for Bettina.
I was rooting for Bettina really hard because Emmy, she's good, but yes, her antics sometimes wear on me. And again, I like an underdog. I thought it would have been really cool if Bettina could have pulled that off and been screw you, everybody who's been dogging on me all episode. I felt bad for her. And again, Emmy with her wishy-washy, that's another quality that I don't like. The big talk and then I don't know.
Yeah.
It's stop psyching yourself out And if you're gonna be bold moves, big tough girl, be bold moves, big tough girl. Don't be this like, but I don't wanna go. It's like you can't have it all the ways.
Yeah, she definitely like plays that up as if she's really feeling that way, but then all of a sudden the lights come on and she's like, oh, I'm fierce. It's like, all right, look, I'm not saying you have to like act fierce all the time, but knock it off with this baby bullshit, because I'm not sure. Do you really feel that way? Are you hamming that up for some?
I don't know.
Like her, I know. Yeah, so step it up. Emmy, what the hell was that in a club tonight, by the way? Were you freaking out that much that Bettina, like someone wants to go against you in an elimination? You're not only a rookie, but like, hello, you could be on the chopping block. It's okay. Yeah.
No. Okay. I also hate, oh my God. So when she won, she literally was like, me? Like, yeah, fucking you, Emmy. Did you see that? Like right after she won, she was like,
well, I may have missed that, but I saw her go to the ground and thank her mom, and I think
grandma, Romania.
Her grandmother, who probably isn't around anymore, so I can definitely relate to losing a grandparent.
Her grandmother's probably around.
Mostly, yeah, but she held the chain. But when she said the grandmother line, she held her chain. So maybe that's a chain that her grandmother gave her on her after she passed away. I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're making it deeper. I feel like my mom, my grandmother, like, oh, well, maybe. I don't really.
Hey, Pam, we'll do a deep dive to find out if Emmy's grandmother's still around.
Emmy's grandmother. We're gonna have to look. Does Emmy's? She'd say, "I feel like an alien. I feel so alone."
Where did you get this mic, by the way?
It's my karaoke mic that I have at my house. You can turn it on and actually do karaoke to the YouTube.
That's pretty cool. All right.
Okay, so they're in the elimination. Yes, backfires. And hold on, I'm gonna let in some little dog.
Yeah, let in a dog.
Some little dog wants to come in.
Do you know if Emmy has a dog? Because that would go really well with your costume.
Hi, little Carter. Do you want to be Romanian?
Yeah, let's see if Carter
wants to be Carter. Come here.
Carter want to be on camera?
I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't want any part of it.
All right. Well, you know what I was hoping for? Because you know how I told you earlier that the producers apparently line up all the eliminations and the challenges before the season starts. They don't change anything.
I did not know that at all, actually.
They supposedly line up everything before the challenge. All the challenges are lined up. They just do them in order. And supposedly they don't change anything. Maybe for an emergency they would. But what I was hoping was going to line up, I was hoping the puzzle would line up for tonight. And if a puzzle did line up for tonight, I would have called out the producers and said, hey, conspiracy, you put a puzzle there on purpose. However, I can also throw a conspiracy that they didn't put a puzzle there on purpose because they want to keep Emmy around because she's the best rookie that they have. And they want to start bringing rookies back because obviously we're not getting attached to any of these characters. Like or hate, we're not getting attached to them. So I think they could have purposely also not put a puzzle down there so Emmy could have a great chance to win, because honestly, they knew she was going to pick Bettina before, and they knew Bettina would not beat her in this challenge. So this was hand-picked for her in a way, if you want to say this conspiracy or not, but whatever. Easy Emmy win.
I feel like Bettina could have had a shot if she got the rhythm and wasn't,
terrible at it, yeah.
Terrible at it, yeah. but I feel like it wasn't beyond her capabilities.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. I just Emmy just in hindsight, Emmy just destroyed her so bad. It's like, yeah, Emmy, you just destroyed that elimination. You thanked your mom, you thanked your grandmother, you thanked everyone. And all I did was stand up on the platform and do this to you.
We have to take a screenshot. Hold on, can we do it?
Yeah. Are you taking it?
No, are you?
No!
Hold on.
You're the one that suggested the screenshot. I thought you were ready to go.
Oh, we held it. I'll take a screenshot from our thing.
That's fine. All right. So anyways, okay. That's gonna be great. Anyway, so the elimination happens. It's called Bombs Away. And have we seen something like this before in the challenge? Why do I think that we have?
I mean, not this exactly for sure. We've seen the thing with the rings where you swing and put the rings on a thing.
So that is kind of what it reminded me of, I guess.
Yeah, but that's hard. I mean, this again, what seemed like one of those things where it's rhythm, momentum. If you get it, you're good. If you don't, you don't. It's sort of like you're just screwed. It's because that's like hard and strength and stuff. This was a little more iffy.
Let me ask you this. Out of the girls that were available to go into the elimination tonight, and those is the ones not including Bettina, we're going Amanda, Ashley, or Big T. Would Emmy have beaten all of those girls in the elimination? Amanda, Ashley, Big T. And her only other choice was Bettina, and that's what she decided to go with. I think one girl would have given her a run for their money.
Ashley.
And that is
Ashley could have potentially given her a run for her money. Again, I do think it was more about momentum than actual strength. If you
had to be able, that rope was short. Did you notice how short the rope was? So when it swung back to you, you couldn't just pull on. You had to jump and pull down. Did you notice that? When the rocket came back, you couldn't just keep pulling on it like this, standing there. You actually had to kind of jump and then let it go back. So you would have had someone that could like time that out right.
It's funny that you should have started further back then and swung with it.
Possibly, but there's no way Big T would have been able to catch that rocket on the way back, jump up in the air, pull down on the rope. Like, she wouldn't have been able to do that.
Big T is surprisingly tall, though. Have you ever noticed that? When you see her, I always think she's little. And she's
ever since she tried to climb that rope from the water this season and get that ring, and she couldn't do it, and then her partner, Jeremiah, had to go back in there and get it for her, I've been like, this girl does not have any strength. But then again, tonight, she pushed some girl out of bounds in the football game. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is I really can't even really contemplate. I mean, I guess it's sort of like throwing a ball, but harder even, because you have to, it's a whole thing to hit a target. Yeah. I don't know.
But any other thoughts on the elimination tonight? Bombs away?
No, I mean, Emmy really did do a good job. So as much as I think, her antics wear on me, she does a great job when push comes to shove. She crushes it. So good for her.
Yeah. Okay. So Emmy goes to Sapphire now. You get to go with Uncle CT. I'm sure you're very excited about that. I think Sapphire, like we talked about earlier, has a very stacked team. And Amanda has to go to Ruby because that's where Emmy had come from originally. So we're looking at the new lineups.
Root for Ruby.
Root for Ruby. I think I'd root for Sapphire next, obviously, and then Emerald. I will definitely be rooting for last. You've got Josh and Casey on that team. Tori can kind of piss me off.
You leave Tori alone.
She's been a little extra this season, so
I didn't like her bullying ways about like, we're not letting anyone come and infiltrate our team. That was I was like, okay, relax.
And I know that I don't think this bothered you as much, but that Pizzagate thing really pissed me off.
It didn't bother me at all. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I know you did. And so did Jenna. Jenna didn't get bothered by it either, but it was just me.
It didn't bother me at all. People, again, as Corey said, he's a grown-ass man. He should be able to
I want to fight. I do want to fight. I do want drama, but I want it based on something real. So if Fessy purposely took Amber B's pizza because he knew it was hers and scarfed it down like Buzz did to Kevin in the original Home Alone, then yes, that deserves someone to push each other like Kevin did to Buzz. Yeah. I would do that, but it might mess up my makeup. Pam.
No, don't do that. Don't mess up your makeup. What I really wanted was for darling Emmy to fuck over Emerald and be like, bye, Casey. Go join the Ruby team. I'm on Emerald.
The issue with that is, though, then you're on a team where no one wants to be with you. But then again,
Too bad. If you don't want to win, you work with your teammate.
And you nailed it too. Amanda, another thing Amanda said tonight. Amanda said, you know what? When I come back, of course I'm going to go to Team Emerald because it doesn't matter what team I'm on. It matters with the connections I have on the house to stay safe. That's all that matters. And I'm like,
doesn't matter what team.
That's why it worked. That's why her threat worked.
And again, what are they going to self-sabotage? Because Emmy's there. She's a great competitor. So you swap one for another. And then maybe make another team. I wanted her to stir shit up. Like when she stood there, I was like, don't do what everyone wants you to do.
But then again, look at Team Sapphire now. Not only do they have less people, which I do think could be key for some things, they have CT and Kyle, who I think are very strong males. And they also have Ashley and now Emmy. You know Ashley is amazing at puzzles. You got CT who's amazing at puzzles. You've got Kyle who's pretty good at everything else. And now Emmy, we've seen her win 3 eliminations this season. How is Sapphire not the team to beat now? Because they're unproven. However, we will see coming up.
Again, the numbers are a clear advantage, and it really pisses me off that Emerald didn't have to sit out a player for each round.
And when you see the challenge for next week, Pam, you're going to say, crap, the numbers do matter, because I'm telling you right now, it is going to benefit them to have 6 players instead of 4, but I will not tell you why.
They can't do that, though. That's like saying, all right, we're bench pressing 300. Girls, guys, line up. Like, you need an equalizer. More people, more power.
I totally agree with you. I don't know what the hell they're going to do next. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're going to do later in the season. Next week, clearly they don't care again. And it's going to be 4 versus 4 versus, or 4 versus 5 versus 6. So, anyways.
4 versus 5. Right. Wait, what?
4, yeah, because there's 4 on Sapphire, there's 5 on Ruby, and there's still 6. These 6 original on Emerald.
They need to give one player just for that day or whatever over to, then they're 5-5-5.
They're not going to do that though.
Hey,
I want to bring up one thing before we get into news and gossip. Unless you want me to save news and gossip for a Patreon, but it's not that.
No, let's do a little bit of news and gossip, and we can do a deeper dive for Patreon.
So did you see that conversation between CT and Emmy tonight? It was when she was talking to him about, like, who should I go against? Give me your advice, Uncle CT. Remember that?
Right. Yes.
I could not understand one damn thing that CT was saying. He was mumbling more than I feel like I've ever heard him mumble in my life. I turned up the volume. It did not help. I didn't have the subtitles on.
Did you do closed caption? Yeah, you got to turn on the subtitles.
I needed to have them on. I was too quick. I wasn't going to change it and go back. I was like, I basically got what he said, but it was so mumbled. I was like, holy shit, what is happening, CT? You're so mumbled right now. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because I don't know if anyone else, tell us in the comment section if anyone else had trouble understanding CT, because I was lost in that particular conversation.
I heard him say, like, grumble, 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 go down, grumble, grumble, pick who you want, grumble, grumble.
Oh, good. So the same thing that I heard. Got it.
Yeah, no, I that was it. Basically him saying, like, if you get to pick who you want, then that was, I didn't hear a real strategy from him.
All right, news and gossip. I will give my quick ones first, because a lot of them we kind of already know, but it's kind of fun. We got a commercial for the Real World Homecoming Los Angeles. I had mentioned on our Patreon with you and I last Wednesday or Thursday maybe, I don't know. But I had mentioned that I had watched The Real World San Francisco, which is the 3rd season recently, and it's just freaking awesome. Great season. So now this week I do plan on watching The Real World Original Los Angeles, because this one airs on 11/24, which I believe is Thanksgiving, Thursday.
No, I think Thanksgiving is the 25th.
Is it? Okay.
Let me just check.
You are correct, because I'm flying with Stacy to my parents' house in Charleston on the 24th, and that's a Wednesday. So Stacy and I will be in the air on that Wednesday. So someone, you guys are going to sub in for me. Someone's going to be subbing in.
Okay.
I'll be out of town.
We haven't even covered South Carolina yet, so you and I will have to talk about that more. Did we? I don't think we have.
About what?
I was there.
What about you going to South Carolina?
Yeah.
We talked briefly about it, but we can always go more into depth.
I could do a little more.
And then the other thing,
what else we got?
The other thing I want to talk about was today they filmed the reunion in Amsterdam. I was way off. I thought LA or New York for sure, but they are really trying to take this thing global. Not only bringing in people from around the world, but they're also trying to film the damn reunion in Amsterdam. So
yeah,
interesting.
And a little follow-up gossip on that.
Sure.
I just have some people that are not there.
I can read them if you want, or you can read them.
Go ahead. I
have them on the Challenge T site. Did a nice job of listing everybody that's not gonna be there, and I was like, oh wow, that's some of them. I'm like, how do you have a reunion without some of these people? You know. Why can't I find where to look up the challenge? Here, I got it.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Maybe I don't have it.
All right, I have it in a message, so it's an easy thing to read.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so, oops.
I know that CT will not be at the reunion. He declined, but go on.
So no, okay, well, there's some things that make sense. So day one of the reunion started filming today in Amsterdam. We didn't invite Ashley, and CT didn't come.
Yeah.
Also, no Bettina, Ed. Oh, I wish Ed was there. Jeremiah, Michelle, Corey, or Anissa. Those people were gone pretty. That doesn't super surprise me that they're not there.
Yeah.
And
good luck saying some of these things.
Ooh, and there's a spoiler of a spoiler that's not a spoil.
Yeah.
Because this is MTV page, thank you, said, I know you hate spoilers, but I will say in the next couple of episodes, do you want to hear this? Because it's semi-spoily.
I don't think we should do it because people are going to get mad if they are listening to this.
It's not quite a spoiler. Well, you know what? I'll save it then.
Don't say it because we don't want to piss anybody off.
Okay.
But the other people are Jeremiah, Gabo, Corey.
Wait, hold on. These are people that are there?
No, they're not.
Oh, Jeremiah left early, not crazy. Corey L or Corey R. Corey?
Both Corys, I believe, are not going.
So Corey.
But I was talking about Corey Lay, which is the
right.
The new guy.
Corey Lay is not going. Corey, what's Corey's last name?
Oh my God.
Corey, father of Ryder. I can't even think of his last name right now. But our Corey, I call him our Corey because he's been a
your Corey. Your Corey.
My Corey. There was rumors and speculation about him not being invited because he wasn't vaxxed, and he said that is not true. It has nothing to do with that. And I am or I am vaxxed, or I'm not an anti-vax. He just said I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Has nothing to do with me. I'm not going. Basically, so he shut that down.
Surprisingly, your girl, who you thought was going to be the queen of everything, Michaela with the list, not invited. Ronan.
I'm not surprised.
Ronan, not invited.
Usually the reunion's the last remaining players, unless you add even Anissa. What is she going to say? Yeah, 13 episodes ago.
I agree. No, I 100% agree. I just think it's funny that we. Who was the redheaded kid from Survivor that I got? Peter? No, it's.
Thomas or something.
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy. I thought he was a snake. But then he turned out kind of nice. I don't know.
And look, no Priscilla. Yeah,
it's the people that are on right now. That's who should be there.
Hold on. Tatcha's there.
Wait.
Do you even remember who Tatcha is? She's friggin' there. I don't know why she was invited. I think that's
maybe
garbage.
She lives in Amsterdam or something. I don't know.
What are they going to talk to Tatcha about? Absolutely nothing. She did nothing but go in there and lose an elimination.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Esther. They have Esther. I think that's okay because she got in the big fight. So Esther's there as well, but she at least has the fight with the two boys with Pizzagate. She's got Pizzagate. So at least she has that going.
Oh, Esther. Okay, so she's the one. Yeah. Okay, fine. Is Fessy going to be there?
Yeah, Fessy's there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I saw him they have pictures out.
Stop being so wishy-washy. They have a fight. You're going to send Fessy home, not Josh. But then, you slapped him, but you're going to invite him to the reunion? That doesn't seem like it's not.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like the parent that grounds you and then is like, oh, fine. You can always, that they're going to squelch on their grounding.
Do you want me to tell you who's there?
Yes, please.
You got...
or should we save this let's save it for our Patreon.
All right, fine. That works.
Well, and then I have a little news and gossip about the thing. So tomorrow on our Patreon, we will cover, or whenever we do it, we will cover a deep dive of this episode. There's not that much to deep dive into, but we'll get a few things that we have more questions about.
Yeah.
And then we will do any reunion news and gossip and information that we have. And
Is Emmy's grandmother still alive? We're going to deep dive into that.
I'm going to find that out. Don't think I won't.
If you're still watching our after show right now, hashtag Team Romania and Happy Halloween.
No, and also hashtag root for Ruby. I really want Ruby.
I like the root for Ruby. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are live from Romania right now, and we will see you all on our Patreon later on this week, and we will also see you, of course, for next week's episode 13, and we're really hoping that Emerald loses. #Emerald Errors.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.